And welcome to Beerfield Fantasy Football Shots. I am your host at Hot BFF, and I am here with Week 7 studs and duds after the Monday games have finished. So studs and duds, we're going to go over your performers, what to expect for them going forward. Duds, or wells as we refer to them, keeping with the alcohol theme. We will go over them and let you know kind of what happened and what they're going to be like going forward. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at HotBFF with two P's. You can follow the show on Twitter at BeerfieldFF. Check out the Beerfield Fantasy Football Podcast. We are on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Into the studs now. For quarterback, we got Derek Carr, 29 to 52 for 417 and 3. Looks like he's fully back from the back injury. We've known this type of potential was there. It's against a good Chief defense. He's startable if you own him, so not too much to analyze there. Running back Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott was 26 for 147 and 2 touchdowns and 1 for 72 with a touchdown in the air. So he blew up against a bad Niners defense. And again, not a lot of analysis needed on Zeke. He's starting. First real analysis piece, Amari Cooper going for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on 11 receptions and 19 targets. So obviously he's not going to get 19 targets every week. This is why we were saying hold Cooper. This is why we were saying don't trade him, don't sell him low, because he just blew up. And if you own Cooper, you're going to hold him, you're going to start him. Don't go out and move him because you think that his value is high and he's going to fall off. This is what we've known Cooper can do. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver the last 2 years, so you want to hold on to him as he is a top-tier receiver. He got off to a slow start. Looks like he should be okay going forward, though. So hold on to him unless you're in Dynasty and you're trying to start a rebuild, in which case this is a really good time to sell him to a contender. At tight end, O.J. Howard with a breakout game, 6 receptions for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bit of a breakout. They finally got him involved. I don't really think that he'll sustain this going forward. They're still using Cameron Brate a boatload. There's just a lot of mouths to feed there. But he showed what he can do. His role should grow. But I really think this is more kind of a game scripty thing. So don't expect that to continue. Defense, the Chicago Bears, 2 touchdowns, both returned by Eddie Jackson, 5 sacks. Against the Ravens, they looked really, really good. They were your defense one this week. They continue to be a very, very streamable option in good matchups and a relatively safe floor play, but definitely an avoid when other teams are playing them. So beware of the Bears defense. They look like they've actually developed into something. They've got some young pass rushers, a good front seven. Secondary is really coming together. And if you need a streamer, definitely be looking their direction depending on the matchup. And then at kicker, Kai Forbath, 24 points. Big game for him as the Vikings could move the ball, but not really get it to the end zone. Generally not going to perform that high. And then duds, Cameron Newton, 21 for 34, 211, and 2 interceptions. We've seen 4 games like this and 2 games where he was better than this. So for Cam Newton, he's kind of matchup dependent, streamable, but he not good against good pass rushes. Line's bad. He holds the ball too long. Just not another good matchup for him, and he remains streamable. Do not rely on starting Cam Newton every week. Running back Melvin Gordon, 44 total yards, 0 touchdowns. Tough matchup against Denver. This is an anomaly. He'll bounce back. Speaking of Denver, Demaryius Thomas, 2 receptions for 9 yards sitting in the well this week. Should have been a good matchup without Emmanuel Sanders there, but they're able to shift kind of coverage his direction to keep him well covered. I don't expect that to keep up either. Thomas will bounce back. He's got way too much of a track record to think this is the new norm. At tight end, really hard time picking a dud here because nobody was necessarily great aside from O.J. Howard. And nobody was necessarily terrible by all things considered. So not really a big outlier. If there was one person that was kind of in a situation to produce that didn't really, though, it's going to be Austin Hooper, 1 reception for 6 yards. He's still only streamable. Atlanta's been very, very iffy this year in general. So not too much of a surprise, I guess, to see him go a little weak because his usage isn't as high as some other guys. But he was in a good matchup and didn't take advantage. Defense, special teams, Kansas City Chiefs, -7 points. Oakland just torched them. It's very, very much been a bend, don't break defense. It has the ability to generate turnovers and get after the quarterback, but not in this game. And then at kicker, Brandon McManus, Adam Vinatieri, both 0 points. That's a side effect of their offenses, though. Going forward, McManus's offense should be fine. The Colts absolutely have a terrible schedule coming up, though, so Vinatieri is droppable. That's all I got for you today for Studs and Duds. Be sure to check out the podcast. It is actually launching tonight. That, again, is Beerfield Fantasy Football on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Also, news episodes 6 days a week. Dan Thury will be there tomorrow with news and waiver wire, and I will catch you guys on Friday. See ya.